Here's an important anti-retaliation protection for California workers that's not as known as some others, and many employees and employers in California are not aware of it. This anti-retaliation protection is contained in California Labor Code Section 232. So let's look at this law and briefly discuss it. So Section 232A says that no employer may require as a condition of employment that an employee refrain from disclosing the amount of his or her wages. And please note that it doesn't say disclosing to whom. So by law, you're entitled to talk about how much you're making or how much someone else is making with anyone at work, your coworkers, your management, or anyone else for that matter. So under 232A, your employer is not allowed to tell you, hey, I'm hiring you, you're welcome on board, but I don't want you to talk about how much I'm paying you with anyone at work. Not allowed, not legal. Section B says that no employer may require an employee to sign a waiver or other document that purports to deny the employee the right to disclose the amount of his or her wages. So this means that it would be illegal for your employer to come to you and say, hey, I have this form here for you to sign that you agree not to talk about how much you're making with anyone at work. Not allowed. And most importantly, Section C, no employer may discharge, formally discipline, or otherwise discriminate against an employee who discloses the amount of his or her wages. So your employer is not allowed to punish you for sharing how much you're making at workplace. And it is not rare for employers to be tempted to retaliate for an employee who shares how much he's making, because often it causes all kinds of frictions. Imagine you share how much you're making with your coworker who is making less. That coworker becomes upset. He starts talking to others about how much they're making. Then he runs to his manager. He runs to the employer and starts complaining how much I'm making less than this other person that you just hired. I have more experience. I have better qualifications. And this can cause all kinds of conflicts and frictions. However, the law protects this type of disclosure, presumably because the public policy is to allow employees to talk about how much they're making, because it helps flush out any type of discrimination, any type of unlawful disparity in pay, in wages on the basis of race, gender, age, and other protected classes. So it's important to be aware of this protection, of this anti-retaliation protection in California, because it's not mentioned nearly as often, and it's not known nearly as well as some other protections, race-related, age-related, disability-related, sexual orientation-related protections. Thank you.